the mist. That is where we're heading now. And, well, it's going to be a grand time, I wager. Of course, our potions may not last the entire trip, but hopefully they will. Hopefully they will. Flabby, flabby birds. Oh no, I just remind myself of some stupid fad. Oh no. Ah. So here we go. Fingers crossed that we won't just die. Suppose we just got Philip Armhard with us now. Sapping everyone. Danian Reds. Same thing we experienced before. Actually now our swords powerful and not just erudite. I think these, since they're humanoid, technically count as people, so they could press P and then everyone would stop. I think. Maybe. I'm not going to chance it to them. So does she follow us or do we have to follow her? A bit of column A and a bit of column B. Oh no. She's definitely flying around, right? So we gotta follow her. Slowly. That's not first come, six come. We'll see when we get there. Aha, we can block. Lost in the mist. That's cool. As we've seen when we did it previously. On accident.
I can go no further. If Deathmold senses my presence...
How will I get back to Vergen?
I'll wait nearby. Hurry!
That's awfully generous of her. Wait, that's an Nilfgaardian soldier. Sheila Fitz... Istalin. That's a guy from the prologue who was with Foltest. To all unit commanders, by order of His Imperial Majesty, hereby command the capture of the sorceress Triss Merigold, considered to be at large in Upper Edirn. The sorceress should be brought to me alive and in secret. Not a single hair is to fall from her head. Sheila Fitz Istalin. Okay, this definitely muddies things. But if Nilfgaard's involved, that means we can murder people without any consequences to our conscience. Or, well, yes, true. At least from Geralt's point of view. And every other objective point of view, because Nilfgaardians are evil, really. Let's see. The Elfjorvath, wanted dead or alive, exceptionally ruthless commander of a unit of squirrels. Suppose that's us then. Also good. Saskia, supposedly. That must be us. Also wanted. Because no one's to vouch for us. And our innocence.
I knew it. Damn, I knew it was you. When the mist started whirling, I told the boys it's Geralt of Rivia, or my name isn't Vernon Roach. Friend of yours?
Just found him. He was already dead.
Interesting. Dressed like a Vergeni. You almost made it through the fog. What's your business here?
None of yours. I'm in for Triss. Saskia will die without my help. Really, it's none of his business.
None of yours, Roach.
Is that so? When the Kedweni realize you came from Vergen, they'll cut you into shreds.
Triss is somewhere nearby.
Still looking for your sorceress. If she came here, I'd know about it.
We should not mention Philip Alhart. That's... Considering the terms we're on with him previously, and knowing Geralt, we should be antagonistic towards Vernon Roach, because he's a sadist and we do not like him.
In that case, you either know nothing or you're lying.
Plow yourself, son of a bitch. I owe you nothing. You made your choice. Fled with the elves while Vess almost died at that Horson Laredo's house.
I promise you nothing. I'm not about to explain myself to you. What happened there? See, this one here, that could be fun. That one here is also... Both of them are good Geralt choices. So he promised you nothing. He promised that we'd grab the Kingslayer. But nah, let's just be cross for the sake of it.
I refuse to explain myself, to you or anyone else.
You saved a group of thieves and bandits.
Deride them if you will, but they're ready to die side by side with the simple people of Vergen. They've got better reasons to fight than orders.
Don't you care about Voltest's death anymore?
No.
The assassin kidnapped Triss, remember? Help me find her and I promise I'll keep the word I gave you in the dungeons of Lavalette Castle.
I don't know why I'm doing this. Right. If Triss is anywhere in the area, it can only be one place. At the rear, near the riverbank, the Nilfgaardians have set up their camp. Nobody can enter it. You can get there either via some caves or by sneaking through the main camp. I forget the gates. Believe it or not, the whorehouse is where you need to go to enter the caves. The ladies thought they'd use that passage to service the knights and nobles, but some monsters have their lairs there. If you've had your fill of whores and monsters, to the east there's a path that leads along the riverbank. That'll get you near the canteen. You'll have to sneak the rest of the way from there.
Thanks, Roach.
Hey! I'll hold you to your promise.
Yes, we know his men are not much better than common bandits themselves either, so... That's leather. A man depicted here for unknown name and province is wanted that are alive. Reward has been set for information about him. Interesting. Let's see. I personally vote for us not trying to sneak, even if you also need to enter the camp. We shall go through the whorehouse. If we open the map. Oh, we can... I see the full thing. Seems like that must be the Blue Stripes camp then. Like the music just stopped. That's always something. Loot that guy. They're done screaming. Let's see. Necrophage eyes, necrophage eyes. Doesn't seem like we can loot that other guy. We'll loot this guy though. Truly examine. Burn corpses. However good that does. All you left over from quest, from leftover programming, from a quest if you went with Roach. Let's see.
I forced the Nilfgaardians a few years back.
Can't follow us encampment.
That's politics. What's it to us?
Well, that looks like a secret way down. The quest is telling us to talk to this lady. What? We'll talk to these people? No.
Well, well, a witcher. Girls, prim yourselves. How can I help you, Hans?
I wanted to talk.
We're no strangers to the art of conversation, but it'll cost you just as much as a good plough.
I'm not going to pay for conversation.
Do we need to pay for conversation though to... Seems
Make
like we
love,
will.
not-
Let's try.
Well, well, how can...
I wanted to talk.
We could,
We're no...
if we could access the conversation through using our persuasion skills and so on.
Sounds all right.
Ask away, then. What would you like to talk about?
Secret tunnel.
I need to get inside the camp, unnoticed.
That'll cost you more than straight ploughing.
That's a lot of money. Can we go for 500?
That seems satisfactory. We've an underground passageway leading out to the riverbank within the camp's confines.
Thanks.
Although we've not used it for some time. There's something down there. Something evil, horrible.
I'm sure I'll manage.
The entrance is inside the tent.
Yay! Now we got the old turkey.
Make love, not war.
Whoop. Nothing in here we can loot. Does not seem like it. That's a way to go somewhere. Similar way to nowhere, but let's check it out anyway. This goes further down. Anything lootable? No. Nothing lootable. Alas. Because potions don't, pause during conversation, we need a key. I suppose, since we could unlock this route, are the ways through here? Or the other key? Oh, of course, the tunnel. Aha! We go this both ways, so let's check out this way first, just because it's not what the game wants us to do. Maybe it's exactly what the game wants us to do, and I'm falling prey to its tricks. Oh, but there's a chest. Several chests, actually. This one's unlootable, but this just contains money. And we did spend a sizable portion of our coin bribing her. The madam. A bit of money just to cover our expenses. I think that's decent. Yeah, our potions are going to run out before we get to the camp. Hopefully we won't need them. Of course, we should just drink more, but that's a big thing. More place. Booble. Yep. See. Here. Just so we need to build up the meter again, I suppose. Just for fun, to see if it was possible. Because it seemed like a mini-boss, like a monster. Definitely felt that way when we fought it the first time. Or fought one the first time. More than one kind of the same monster can exist in the world after all. Stone medallion. Interesting. Probably just junk. What do you think? Is it just junk? Yes. Worth barely anything, but it also weighs barely anything, so... Now let us see what goes on if we continue.
Come on!
Stage eyes, we don't need those. Whatever's in here though, that's always nice. It's full. Plenty of iron ore, we aren't making any swords, so we could technically sell it to make a profit, but yeah. Considering we're using the mod that removes some weight from the crafting materials, I'm kind of hard pressed to want to sell them because I feel like that's cheating a bit because, you know, it doesn't weigh anything, so we're not losing anything. Our resource department are holding on to them. Kind of weird logic maybe, but it works, I'd say. Because it's crafting materials that you can then use to craft whatever. Lots of stuff. Steel plate enhancement and Kidwani leather armor. Wasn't just Kidwani light armor before? No, maybe it was. Maybe it wasn't. That's really good. Next time we get some new equipment that's not Kidwani armor, we're gonna have a field day figuring out what to slap onto it. Because it's gonna be great. Let's see, that's where we came from. We should find that merchant who sold that Draug armor and enhancements and so on. Oh, he didn't sell the armor, so the schematics, and then make way to make that once we inevitably find a Draug. Or we could, of course, continue using Raven's armor until something imposes this. It's an Nilfgaardian camp. So this here leads. More rockets. Plenty of stuff that might be lootable. Didn't get much done, just completely went. Oh wait, a bit away. A bit away. Away a bit. Oop. This I am not expecting. Maybe a bit, maybe a bit. Press the tab key, the tab doesn't do anything. This muscle memory from other games sleeping through, that's funny. In a way. Really much to see all these swords. Additional items. Really bad. Stuff to loot. Can I make a jump? Maybe there's secrets. Delicious, delicious secrets. There's definitely a golem. Oh. Okay, it's hitting like a truck, and I can't remember when I saved it. Didn't get stunned. Okay. Because there's no iframes in this game, it stun like this to death. Because every single frame of its charge move seems to be a hitbox or a hurt box. And since it doesn't knock you properly away, if you're in a corner, you just go and you're dead. That's what happened to us right there. Let's see, where are we? Are we before or after the Rotfiend massacre? Looks like we're before the Greater Rotfiend. But since we now know that there's a big old nasty beastie waiting for us behind that corner, maybe we should do this guy first. Poisoned Harvey Claws. Don't know if we can poison the golem. I don't know that. See, the potions exist to use them, and this here also means we'll have them for afterwards. So Rook, Swallow, Tawny Owl. Let's go. And we could brew more potions just to have them. Well, that's what I'd do at least. So we'll brew one of every kind we've used so far. Or actually that means when it comes to Rook, do we have other than Wolfsbane? 84 Happy Peppers. No, we'll make 2 of those. Endrigus Saliva. We'll make 1 Tornial, 1 Wolf, and 2 Swallow. That way we should have 3 of all of the potions we like to use.
Magic or danger?
And... whoop. Actually, let me test it. Oh, we can't perform that action here, just like we can't save here. Now we're just loaded out with it for some reason. After the potions, might just be that we're actually hitting it. Easy. Elemental trophy and an elemental stone. Trophy do. More health and damage bonus and signs. Nah. That's on the Karen trophy, which is an all-round great one. It's a bit of a shame with the itemization, right? Armor of Bernard. That's the kind of stuff we could buy from that guy, isn't it? I think it is. Well, that means we'll get it for free. And, if I recall correctly, it looks kind of cool. Look at Wenny Jack boots. Compared to Temerian Jack boots, it's exactly the same. Let's see, look at the Wenny one, it's not really worth more. It's 1 armor. Damage reduction from magic 3. Inspiration, bleeding 2, yes. But, armor of Bernard, only 2 rune slots, but more vitality. Yes. More armor. Yes. Incineration. Yes. Poisoning. Yes. Bleeding. Yes. Let's see, those are 3. I can see 4 there. It's a good damage reduction from magic as well, which the other one doesn't. So let's equip a new armor of Bernard. Just give it a good old look. The same frame as the Kidweni stuff, but this here looks a bit cooler because it's black and it's chainmail rather than what's it called, ringmail. Granted, Girl would never really wear chainmail, but that's the aesthetic of this game. So, steel plate enhancement, yes. Run armor enhancement, we're saving those because they might become good. So dwarven enhancement, that gives vitality and armor. Mail enhancement, there's a Karen Carapace armor reinforcement, which gives vigor regeneration, bleeding, and poison resistance. Now, vigor regen in combat could be cool. You can just use everything a lot more. The dwarven enhancements are also really nice. See, we've made the Karen one from rare materials. Just picked up the dwarven one. Plans. Now, I think 20 armor, that sounds cool, so we'll get that. 1 armor for 1 weight. And get some more vitality. So we are now kitted out with beastly equipment. Of course, the Karen, not my Karen armor. Our good old Raven armor is gonna get plunked into our storage the next time we're near it. The next time we're in Wagon. And go to the end. That leads up. What's the other way do? It also leads up. I think this one here is a bit more covert though, so we'll go for that. Well, I'm going to miss the good old armor we had before though, Raven's armor. I think also suited us for like 20 hours. Oh boy.
Efkir Nordling, where do you think you're going?
To see the ambassador.
With all that steel on your back?
Let's not mention why we're here.
I'm not looking for trouble.
Shillard Fitz-Estelen is waiting.
Let Nara Rabavan. Geralt, I'd hoped we wouldn't meet again.
We caught him sneaking through the camp, Excellency. We disarmed him.
Esther Garamnith. I remember you telling Foltest you'd like to return to hunting monsters.
King's staff changed a lot. Looking for Triss. Let's be vague.
Foltest is dead. Some still believe it's my fault. I have to find the real killer.
I see. You may be a killing machine, but a murderer's infamy is bad for business.
It's not like that. Why are you so interested in me? Looking for Triss? Let's try to figure out what his angle is.
Why are you so interested in me?
They told me you were in league with the Skytel, with Yorveth himself, no less. Is this true?
More or less.
Have you heard of the slaughter of Enshe at the Ravine of the Hydra? The kings of the North effectively forced the Empire to condemn and execute the war criminals of the Vryhed Brigade. Yorveth was among those condemned.
That's supposed to be voiceover, but apparently it bugged out, maybe. Or it could change in the patch, I don't know.
Amusing that the Skytel believe the Emperor betrayed them. In fact, the kings of the North demanded the massacre at the Ravine of the Hydra. Do you feel well?
I feel fine.
I'm sorry. I can't give you more of my time. The long road to Loch Muin awaits me. The Council and the Conclave are waiting, and Triss Merigold, as always, arrives in the nick of time.
What are you talking about?
The figurine. He must have it on him.
What's the meaning of this?
I want to introduce someone to you. This is Vanamar, my personal sorcerer. He sensed Triss approaching our camp, though she was to arrive in different company. Before you die, Witcher, would you be so kind as to explain how you got your hands on this figurine?
He mentioned that they were expecting her with company. That means either they've got spies everywhere and therefore know about Letho and what he's about, or Letho is working on behalf of Nilfgaard. Considering, he wanted to go here. Use Triss to do it. That's really interesting to think about. Because, it makes sense that Nilfgaard would want to assassinate the kings of the North, but how they got their hands on Letho? Got a Witcher to do it. That's the big question then, because witches don't usually kill kings. Or play soldier boys, for that matter. So we've got plenty of questions to ask him when we find him, because as it stands, it seems like he's been working for Nilfgaard. At the same time, also working for Sheila de Tansenville, who's not in collusion with Nilfgaard, she's exclusively in collusion, or in cahoots, with the good old Lodge of Sorceresses. So this is all mighty interesting. Let's see where it all takes us.